I have my mic on.
Okay. So yes, so I do sound nasally and stuffy. So if anybody is watching this and you don't believe me,
I'm pretty sure everyone believes that you're sick.
I don't know. All right, I'm gonna pull it up. Hello, Angela.
Hi, Angela.
I'm gonna get set up here and let Thomas get in here too. Start with our doodad.
I'm looking for future cases for us to do, and I am trying to find. I know they're the career girl murders, the lipstick killer, and I know there is another one. It happens in LA though. Where are you? I'm talking to you. You know this.
Oh, somebody did a bizarre fax on him. Maybe I should have watched that. Huh? So I did start my research on this guy. No joke. You can ask well, you can't ask Abigail because she wasn't here when I was doing it. I got about 2 pages worth, and then my computer decided to kick me out. And the other remote.
No, you may not.
Please, thank you. So yeah, so she's just booking us for
like up until
we
January.
Cecil Hotel Murders. That's another good one.
We could, but the thing is, there's a trend. So we got Peter Manuel Beast of Birkenshaw in the beginning of January, followed by Peter Bryan, which is in England. Then we got the shoe fetish killer, and I want to follow it up by another killing that was either the lipstick killer or the career girl's murder, and I know there's another one.
I'm gonna grab my water.
It was a really disturbing one. I know it was disturbing. Where did it go?
Socks on my feet because my feet are cold. What are you doing, Mama? Honey, Mama's gonna be out in the living room. You can go in there. You can go in there, sweetie, but Mama's gonna be out here. What? What? Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's enough time, but not right at the moment, honey.
When we do, you know what we'll do? We'll do
what will we do?
Closer to the date, we're gonna do pre-record the 2 Tucson cases that I know we're gonna have. And then do like Jack the Ripper or something like that, because that will be like at least 2 episodes worth.
Oh, that's the one I wanted to do. John Lennon. Because he was murdered in December. If I remember correctly.
Do you want to switch one out?
I don't know what we could switch out.
You could switch out Velma Barfield, Nutty Putty Cave,
that one just
the Black Sisters, and the killing of O.C. Sneed.
I mean, wait. Let me do more research and I'll tell you.
Okay.
Let me find out for sure that that's... What?
Those are just some of the cases that we're going to do in December. Yeah. There it is. 1957. The Glamour Girl Slayer.
Oh, okay.
So which one do you want to do after the shoe fetish killer?
That I want to do?
Yes.
What month is this for?
This is the last week of January.
Okay.
So it's going to be the shoe fetish killers on the 3rd week of January. And you guys also chime in. The lipstick killer, the career girl murders, or the glamour girl killer.
So one of those 3?
One of those 3. We'll eventually do the other ones, but as is
I mean, okay, so Lipstick Killer.
Lipstick Killer, Career Girl Murders, and the Glamour Girl Slayer.
I would say Lipstick Killer, Glamour Girl Slayer, and then the Career Killer. Keep it kind of in sequence.
Okay, so
Bam.
We'll do the Shoe Fetish Killer, Lipstick Killer, Glamour Girl Slayer.
Yes.
Okay.
See where I going with that?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking about it, that's why I was like, wait, what were the other ones? Because you think Shoe Killer, whatever, Mr. Foot Fetish that has a
The Shoe Fetish Killer
problem. I don't like people touching my damn feet at all. People with foot fetishes kind of creep me out.
Huh?
People with foot fetishes kind of creep me out.
Kind of creep you out?
Okay.
I mean, I don't blame you.
I'm getting Wadas. That's what all the noise is about, peeps. Yeah, stay hydrated.
Okay, so the Glamour Girl Slayer is going to be on February 2nd. Then on February 9th, the Career Girl Murders. And then you know what we'll do on the 16th?
Oh, we need to do something based around Valentine's Day.
We're going to do the Valentine's Day Massacre.
There you go. I was like, we got to keep it.
It'll be after Valentine's Day.
That's all right.
But it's still. And then wait. How many episodes have we done? Q&A. We didn't
Remember,
put
it's every 10. Every 10 is the Q&A. Every 10 episodes, every 10 episodes we do the Q&A.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll do Krampus / Q&A.
Okay, because I remember that we're on episode 28. This is episode 28 today. We have 3 people in. Nice. Because as far as I know of, close that for a second. I'm going to go to YouTube on my tablet.
Okay, so in February we'll have another Q&A, but we have one more that we need to fill in before that Q&A.
Okay. I'm trying to see how many we actually have, because we have... No. Not you. Sorry.
I thought you were talking to me. Now I'm all confuzzled.
You know, I could sit here and probably... I might be going on YouTube to find some things that I can talk about too. Like, look at this one. Spine-chilling tales of Victorian England that somebody has done. Mr. Ravenhurst. He did 4 months ago. View channel. What's it? What I want to view. We have I have 175 videos on J&M's to 177 subscribers.
Do you want to do John George Hyde, the acid bath murderer?
Jesus. Why
Does
not?
anyone want to hear that one?
Why not? Do it. Do it. We want to hear about meat falling off of bones in a
You
tub.
know, when you put it like that, it gets a little disturbing, okay?
Well, you said acid.
Yeah.
What does he not do? I mean, come on now.
That's still a little disturbing. Watch it.
I can't help it. That's just what I think of when I hit acid in a tub. Fried green tomato style. There you go. With ooziness. Oh, that's disgusting. Exactly what Justin says. All right.
So on March 2nd, we'll have a Q&A, and then we will replan.
We have a total of 28 videos on. Am I miscounting something?
So we're on episode 28 right now.
But it says we have 28 videos up. Did I miscount it? I think I fucked up. I'm going back. Hold on. Let me look. Wait. Hold on. 15, 4. Okay, wait. Is this 17? What did I do?
We're going to start the Q&A. Happy Face Killer, I will do that after the Q&A.
That's 17. Okay, so Fred and Rose part 2 is the 17. Why? This thing is out of order. All right, gotta go to the bottom. 1, 2. Wait, where's 2? 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't want to watch us. Watch us right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, we do.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27.
Do you want to do the strange death of Cindy
Okay,
James?
so where in the heck is it coming to? Now you want green tomatoes.
The strange death of Cindy James. Still unknown whether it was a suicide or a murder.
Could do that one. Come on, people.
Black
We're still
Dahlia.
at 25 subscribers. Help us out. Ooh, Black Dahlia. That's a good one. I like Black Dahlia. Oh, what was that? Wait, where'd it go? Why did I have to do that? What a tard. There was a thing on my tablet that said Halloween 1945.
23rd.
Okay.
30th. You know what? Heading into April, who wants to do Ed Gein? That's going to be a two-parter, by the way.
I thought that we were doing that one earlier.
We're going to do it in, you're going to do it in May.
Okay.
We're not in May. Yeah, end of April, beginning of May. It's going to be a two-parter.
In May, we might have to record ahead of time, or what's going to happen is we're just going to record, we're just going to be live as we're packing.
So,
We'll see
yeah,
what
no,
happens.
because this is, wait. This is February. This is March. This is April. And then this is the beginning of May. So we can always pre-record the May episode, and then we'll do a little break because we're gonna do the murder of Gary Trino, which is a Tucson case.
Okay. Yeah, because we're gonna have to take a break after we move too. Take a little bit of a break. We'll probably go live while we're. I don't know how well our reception's probably not going to be that great if you and I are in a vehicle with animals.
Yeah, it probably won't be too great,
but we can try. I mean,
let me find the other one because the other one is an interesting, really interesting. They don't even know to this day if it has mob connections. Gary Trino. Hall Hills murder? No, it was one dude who was killed. He was found in the middle of the desert.
So I found a place that will do banners for us. I didn't know they do them. I've already talked to, I was telling Abigail about it. FedEx does banners, and they range between $80 to $90 depending on what size we need. But I told her I want to wait till we move and then buy banners. Excuse me, sorry. We look funny because we're sitting at an angle. I have us up on our little table or the coffee table instead of on the floor because every time it's on the floor, it looks like we're a mile away.
And that's because probably also the cat damaged it.
Yeah, or John. No, John did. I think that one time, not on purpose. Either fallen over or something and.
The mysterious death of Charles Morgan. He ended up missing from his home in Tucson.
Oh.
And Gary Trino was also found was killed in Tucson too.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a farewell episode to Tucson, kind
Well,
of.
there you go. Okay.
Doing
I like that.
these two very famous cases in Tucson.
Yeah.
Because Gary Trino's case was super, super famous.
Yeah.
People really, his case had bombings,
Isabel
mob connections, hitmen.
Ellis, although caught murder.
11th, Gary Trino. Then 18th, Charles Morgan. Then it was, what is it? Isabel Celis?
Yeah.
I will put that off to the side.
And it's CELIS.
Oh, look, actually, we'll do that for the 25th.
We're trying to plan out way ahead of time.
That way, like if I get into the mode where I am type, I can have this all typed up, because if you think about it, I need to have this all typed up before April is over. So I'm not typing
Yeah.
up
And
when
then
we're
what were
still
we
here.
doing? Oh, on the it was
Damn.
it was her and another little girl killed. Okay.
And then that's when we will do your choice. We're doing Ed Gein.
Right.
Now your choice is H.H. Holmes
Okay.
or Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper.
All
You don't have to ask me on that one. Jack the Ripper. I don't know why. There's something intriguing about Jack the Ripper.
It's because he's
So
never caught.
creepy.
It is the same as.
See, this is what I think is what's wrong with me.
No, you're right. It's the same reason people are infatuated with the Zodiac Killer.
It's
He's
like
never been caught. It's that who could he be? That suspicion. That
I'm just intrigued by. I'm not saying that I'm infatuated with the man, but I'm very intrigued
there
in
are
his
people who
story.
are.
Oh, I know they are. They're special needs.
So I'm gonna make it that either, because the Jack the Ripper case, when I do Jack the Ripper, I would like to really go in depth about the history of where Jack the Ripper killed. Because I think when we think of Jack the Ripper's killings, we think of like our downtown area as like the kind of area. That is not the case when it comes to the Jack the Ripper. It is all very, very different kind of background and a different setup. So I would like to take actually one episode of actually going into the history
Jack.
of.
I'll make it a two-parter.
Probably a three-parter.
Because how about we do this then? If we do Jack the Ripper and you think it's gonna be a three-parter, what if we did? Let's say, and we want y'all's opinion too, because this is just an idea I have. Thursdays I'm supposed to be doing conspiracy theories, but I haven't been doing them. One, been sick. I've only done one so far, and that was the death of Nero.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking about it. If we have episodes that are going to be a two-parter, cut it into Thursday.
The reason I say for this is because the Ed Gein case is going to cut into the 1st of May, so we can have that time to prep. All that has to be done is preloaded, and then you have the 3 cases in May that covers up most of it. But then at the very, very beginning of June, we probably will still be getting situated. And if we pre-record the Jack the Ripper far in advance, and we record the 3 episodes,
then we can just slam them in.
We are taken care of until the middle of June, and then we can start it up. And in July, you'll see the new setup.
Yeah, the new setup.
And we'll just have to
it's
remember
either going to be
in July
place or my place. We don't know yet.
And we'll have to remember, like, when it becomes to June, we have to now be like, okay, now we're going to get in the swing of every Monday. We're getting together.
Yep. And then not only that, we also have to look at the time change, because I'm looking at it yesterday. It was 6 something here, and it was 8:20 something where my brother lives. So they're 2 hours ahead right now. Hence why we're going on now around 3:34ish, because in that way, if it's 3:30, it's 5:30 there.
So we can do 5:30, but when it comes to like you guys in Arizona, it'll be viewed more around 3 o'clock.
Yes, it will. Yep. Oh no, in fall it'll be an hour. Not there. They're literally 2 hours ahead.
Constantly.
Yeah. So
it was so weird watching the clock change when we traveled there this last February.
Yeah, because there's this. Yeah, it's like
I felt like an hour. I lost an hour of my life.
It's 3:55 here now, and then it's 5:55 there. So they are literally 2 hours ahead for Oklahoma City. It won't let me do Kansas because they're all in the same freaking tote.
So we have January, February.
And we will get, you know what? We will get like either poster board or a bigger board, so we can write this stuff on there. I forgot to throw out that stupid magnetic calendar.
No, this is going to be in April. Jack the Ripper is going to start May.
Okay.
We have to add an extra case here if we want the Tucson cases to be before.
Move. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can find.
We'll figure it out.
But I'm thinking we might want to get us another board bigger than that one.
Yeah.
Because I like that. That's
I was going to get a bigger board for when we have a apartment and have a bigger one with everything written on it.
And then that way we know where we're going.
And I need to get a new planner so I can actually write down the cases.
It'll be an hour, I swear. And you might be correct, but I don't know. I'll have to look and see. But that's something
I have
we're
to get a
pointing
new
out that's
calendar
something that we're
book.
going to have to get used to when we
Yeah.
move is the time change because they do have daylight savings time this year. We
Because
do not.
Tucson and Arizona special, they don't have it. So yeah, no.
Arizona doesn't change. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oklahoma
everybody
and
else.
everybody else does, but Oklahoma does not. So when I looked last night, they were 2 hours ahead. So you were probably correct. So if that's the case and we go on at 3 or 4, if we go on at 4, then it's 5 there.
Yeah.
If we go on at 3, it's 4 there. So no matter what time. Versus East Coast is 3 hours now. And in fall it'll be 2. Yep. So everybody's aware we have 4 people. Hello, 4 people.
Hello, everyone.
Greatly appreciate that you are here. We are doing my favorite. This is my all-time favorite poet. Hands down. I really don't like any other poet but this guy. I had notes on my computer, but my computer is so dang slow, and not only that, it kept kicking me out. So I'm going to do it off my trusty tablet here. And yes, it's off of Wikipedia. So everything that I'm saying in my notes is pretty much. I got to do the time change constantly because of work and peeps all over the country. Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's something I remember is that Arkansas changes. So there's was a time I was gonna call out late at night one time, and I was like, wait, there was a time change. So I had to look it up and make sure, because if you call out too late with Walmart, right, it'll register of Arkansas time. So if you call out at like 11 p.m. our time, it'll take you for the next day.
I did that to John.
Yeah. That's why it sucked working overnights. You have to be really careful about it and watch your time and your dates when calling out for overnights.
Let me see. I'm going to find something first. Oh, look. I put it on my favorite one, but this one's really long to read. What's a short one we can do?
Annabelle Lee.
Well, I got to go back to the front and find it. Hold on.
Annabelle Lee is by far my favorite poem of.
I haven't even said who it was yet. Damn. I haven't said yet.
It's literally in the title of the page.
I know.
They click in the video.
I know. But the fun is being able to say, look at my book. My thick book. No, my favorite, she's going to slap me. My favorite dark poet, writer, whatever is Poe. So yes, that's who we are speaking of. Because tomorrow, for many that may not know, October 7th is the day that he died. Oh. In 1849. He was only 40 years old when he died. Now, did he die of alcohol poisoning? Or was he poisoned? That is a conspiracy theory. Even though it's like one and the same, you have to watch the movie. The movie is really good. It's got John Cusack in it. Look at my book. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you? Okay, stop it. My collection is complete, kind of. I even have 2 books that are this thick of Sherlock Holmes. Ooh, we could do Sherlock Holmes too.
Oh, good.
2 books. I ain't reading both of them books. All right. What did you say? It was
Annabelle Lee.
There's too many titles. There's Pit and the Pendulum. There's Lenore. I don't find it. Oh, there she is. Okay, found her.
I was gonna pull up the poem online because that's how much I love the Annabelle Lee poem.
All right. Okay. So I'm gonna sound nasally. I am sorry.
If you want, I can read it.
Would you like to read it?
I would love to read it.
I will let you read it. She's going to read the poem of Annabelle Lee written by Mr. Edgar Allan Poe.
It was many and many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, that a maiden there lived whom you may know by the name of Annabelle Lee. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. She was a child and I was a child in this kingdom by the sea, but we loved with a love that was more than love, I and my Annabelle Lee. With a love that the winged seraphs of heaven coveted her and me. And this was the reason that long ago, in this kingdom by the sea, a wind blew out of a cloud by night, chilling and killing my Annabelle Lee. so that by her highborn kinsman came and bore her away from me, to shut her up in a sepulchre in this kingdom by the sea. The angels not half so happy in heaven, when envying her and me. Yes, that was the reason, as all men know, in this kingdom by the sea, that the wind came out of the cloud, chilling and killing my Annabel Lee. But our love it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we. And neither the angels in heaven above, nor the demons down under the sea, can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabel Lee. For the moon never beams without bringing me dreams of the beautiful Annabel Lee, and the stars never rise but I see the bright eyes of the beautiful Annabel Lee. And so all the night tide I lie down by the side of my darling, my life and my bride, by her sepulchre there by the sea, in her tomb by the side of the sea.
That's awesome.
I love that poem.
I like that poem. It's a nice poem.
It's
It's
a
a very heartfelt how he felt about his Annabel Lee.
yeah. And there's a lot of talk I know about who Annabel Lee was supposed to be, because that wasn't the actual person's name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll get into that stuff. So one year I was going to Pima. I may have already said this in past videos, and I apologize for repeating myself. But I went to Pima, and if you have to do the gen eds first before you can kind of go into what you're doing, right? So I had to take a reading class, and I was like, okay, it's kind of weird that I have to take a reading class, but I get it. Um, and the teacher that I had, I'm gonna give her a shout out. Miss Hazen was my reading teacher at Pima Community College, and I loved the class. She made it fun. We did like all different types of things. Um, we would read books as a group, like we have a group of people, and the four groups would read books.
mm-hmm.
And the 1 month October comes, and all of a sudden I see her putting stuff out on the desk, and she put out a raven, and then she put out a T-shirt with Edgar, his face on it, and then she put out something else, and I kind of perked up like, oh, we're doing it. And she looks at me, she's like, what? And I'm like, are we doing what I think we're doing? She's like, well, what do you think we're doing? I'm like, we're talking about Edgar this month, aren't we? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, yay! I'm so excited. I don't know why. This dude he is so odd in his poetry and eccentric, and he's so smart. Even though by the way I'll describe how people seen him,
Mm-hmm.
but for me, I just love his poetry. When I first heard The Raven, loved it. And then they start incorporating it into The Simpsons, The House of Horrors. They did The Raven in that one, right?
I think Netflix has something a series called The Fall of the House of Usher, which is a thing off them, but it takes his stories and makes them real.
Yes, A Pit in the Pendulum is one that they made real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, The Raven. Okay, so talking about The Raven, it's a good movie. If you want to know more about Edgar Allan Poe a little bit, like I said, it has John Cusack in it, but it doesn't just do The Raven. There's also other stories from him that are thrown into the movie. And we started doing the whole Edgar thing for October. And then when I went into literature, who I will throw out another professor's name, Diane Gregory from Pima. She doesn't live here anymore. She moved. Coolest teacher I've ever met. She's really cool. Gave me a boost, and I did my report on him. And let me tell you, when I got home, I had to stop in an hour because my head hurt so much. Because there was just, to me, there was a whole lot. And there's a whole lot about Edgar that people may not know. And there could be more that I have not found myself. But I was actually doing well in her class that I was in with like the honor roll in her class, which I've never ever gotten in school before. So I'm trying to figure out where that came from. And I had to write 10 extra pages. And I was like, oh, cool. And this is literature. I was like, can I do it on Edgar Allan Poe? She goes, of course, why not? It's like far out. Nice. And I would give her papers. And I go, I don't think this is very good, but I hope you like it type thing. And then she read it and came back to me. She goes, you know what? You need to give yourself more credit. Because I guess I'm writing a book right now. I've stopped at 30 pages. I need 170 more to make a book from what I've been told. But I don't have writer's block. That's the issue. People, I'll tell them, it's like, oh, I'm writing my book, but I stop. Oh, I have writer's block? No, I don't have writer's block. I could pick up where I left off with no problem. It's just, I don't want to write right now. And so, that being said, she gave me the boost that I needed and the encouragement to be able to start writing a book of my own. And then I did this, and then I put the trailer for The Raven on my PowerPoint because I did a full on PowerPoint for Edgar Allan Poe, which I love doing those. And I went to click it, and the stupid thing wouldn't work.
Oh, the link.
So I had to. I asked her, I'm like, hey, how do you stop the screen from doing all this? So she had to come up, pause the screen, like freeze the screen, so I can go to YouTube and find the video or the trailer. And I stapled some of Poe's poems together and passed them out to everybody. I'm like, you don't have to keep these if you want. You do not have to have these. But if you're not going to keep them, please give them back so I can recycle them because I don't want them to be thrown in the garbage. A lot of people actually kept them, and The Raven was on top because that's my favorite poem of his. Love The Raven. But this man, he's been through a lot. He's gone through a lot.
Yeah.
You know, and chime in if either you or Angela, if I missed something or.
This is, I will say honestly, Edgar Allan Poe is one of those cases where his mind and his imagination is so weird. Half the time I was like, and I know a little bit about his childhood, but what I know about his childhood, I'm like, there are serial killers who had less happen to them that did not become a serial killer. And I'm like, if this man wanted to, he could have fully become one.
Yeah.
And instead, he decided to use his creativity in, yes, a dark and morbid way, but still it was an outlet for him in a healthy manner.
So just to show whoever Edgar Allan Poe is, for people that may not know, this is Mr. Edgar Allan Poe. This is Mr. Poet here. So Edgar Allan Poe was born January 19th, 1809. He did die on October 7th, 1849. Okay, I said that right. My brain thought I said 1908. Like, that's wrong. He was known as a writer, poet, editor, and a literary critic. He's also best known for his poetry and short stories, particularly his tales involving mystery and the macabre.
Macabre.
Macabre? Oh, macabre, okay.
The R is silent. Who makes a word with an R being silent?
I have no idea because I didn't say it with the silent R.
You know what? I was going to say something, but I'm hearing somebody's voice in my head saying, Abby, be nice. I'm being nice.
I didn't know what that was, so fight me. That's why she's
You know who
here.
puts an R? An asshole. Okay, I said it. I said my piece.
An asshole. Oh, wow. So he's also widely regarded as one of the central figures of Romanticism and Gothic fiction. No, really? It took you that long to figure that part out. Gothic fiction. I mean, it doesn't tell you anywhere in there. For heaven, Betsy, God. Cheese and crackers.
I also love the hint of romanticism because his work is very romantic in a way. Annabelle Lee is a very good viewpoint. But like romanticism in like the literature context isn't even having to be like, oh, they married and they fell in love. No, it's this romantic relationship between something or another. I think one thing I view as like a romantic piece is the one where he kills the person he's living with, and then he hears the heartbeat underneath the floorboards.
Oh yeah.
To me, that is a romantic tale because he's hearing that connection, feeling that connection he once had. Still, even though it's not there, he's hallucinating. He's crazy.
That's what kind
spoiler alert.
That's what kind of The Raven did to him too.
Yeah.
Him writing The Raven, he was just having depression moments of his lost Lenore. Hence, there's a poem about Lenore, who was another love.
Very romantic-esque, but very much gothic and dark and filled with human misery, but at the same time, that is very much human.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
You just give me willow butt?
She gave you willow butt. because she can't give willow butt here. She has to give it over there. So nobody's getting willow butt today. So,
Depressing.
central figure of romanticism and Gothic fiction in the United States and early American literature. Poe was one of the country's first successful practitioners of the short story and is generally considered to be the inventor of the detective fiction genre.
Ooh.
So thank you, Poe, for that, for being the considered to be the inventor for that. In addition, he is credited with contributing significantly also to science fiction.
In the creation of it, yeah, I
Yeah.
can see.
He's a first well-known writer to earn a living exclusively through writing. So not only did he used it as that's how he made his money, he also did other things as careers and stuff like that too, which we will get into.
Yeah, because writing, you made zero money.
Yeah, which it said which resulted in financially difficult life and career for him.
Yeah.
So going down, he was born in Boston, Massachusetts. Which, throwing this out there, we do move closer. I've already talked to my siblings and John about going to Boston, Massachusetts in October to visit his gravesite. And then also he died in Maryland, in Baltimore, Maryland. But I believe it's either both towns and states. They dress up as Edgar Allan Poe and they recite his poetry, which that would be a fun live in its own, just to walk around the town and do that. His resting place is in Westminster Hall and burying ground in Baltimore. His spouse was Virginia Eliza Clem. They were married in 1836 and she died in 1847. Willowbutt. His parents were David Poe Jr. and Elizabeth Arnold. Why you would name? Okay. His relatives, which I did not know this, so this is something that I learned a little bit more about Poe. His brother's name was William Henry Leonard Poe, and his sister is Rosalie Mackenzie Poe. Can I? Well, thank you.
Poe, give me licks.
I'm wearing lotion, and she licks the lotion off. I don't know why she does that, but she's a weird cat. It's okay. I still love you. Give her kisses. You got a kiss. She got one kiss.
And she gets 40.
I'm mom and I'm wearing lotion, huh? You gonna let me do this? Poe was born in Boston. He was the second child of actors David and Elizabeth or Eliza Poe. In 1810, his father left the family and abandoned them.
I feel you, Poe.
Within the following year, his mother died of pulmonary tuberculosis.
Ooh.
Yeah. So he was taken in by John and Frances Allen of Richmond, Virginia. These two formally did not adopt him. Yes, I can see you. He did not. They did not formally adopt him, but they did take him into their home and let him reside there. They never. Like I said, he lived there with them well into his young adult. Thank you for the bath. Poe attended the University of Virginia, but left only a year after due to lack of money. He frequently quarreled with John Allen over the funds needed to continue his education, as well as his gambling debts. So Poe had gambling debts and alcohol problems. Hence why people, so hence why people thought he was nuts and crazy because of his alcohol problem. You know, all that. In 1827, he enlisted in the United States Army under assumed name of Edgar A. Perry. He did not go by Poe, he went by Perry. Because at that time, he was only, I believe, 16, 17 years old when he enlisted.
You could only enlist when you're 18.
Yep. He did publish his first collection of Tamerlane and other poems, which was credited only to a Bostonian. Poe and Allen reached temporary rapprochement after the death of Allen's wife Frances in 1829. However, Poe later failed as an officer cadet at West Point, declared his intention to become a writer primarily of poems, and parted ways with Allan. So no more ties to Allan, no more like communication or anything to Allan. Excuse me, sorry. You gonna get down? Come on. Poe then, yeah, there's nothing in there but ice.
You're staring at my leg like you want to jump down.
I'm gonna move one way or the other, sweet pea. Then go. So Poe switched his focus and spent the next several years working for literary journals and periodicals, becoming known for his own style of literary criticism. His work forced him to move between several cities, including Baltimore, Philadelphia, and New York City. In 1836, when he was 27, he married his 13-year-old cousin, Virginia Clem.
Okay, Poe, a little weird. Little weird. 13.
She died of tuberculosis in 1847. In January of 85, wait, we're not there yet. So this part that I'm reading you, I should say, is an overview. Sorry. And then we will get into the life, family, education, all that fun jazz. This is an overview. January 1845, he published his poem, The Raven, to instant success. That became his biggest thing. He planned for years to produce his own journal, The Pen, later renamed The Stylus. But before it began publishing, Poe died in Baltimore in 1849, age 40, under mysterious, I'm going to do quotes, circumstances. The cause of death remains unknown and has been attributed to many causes, including disease, alcoholism, substance abuse, and suicide. Watch the movie. Because it kind of, they don't really do the whole, I'm going to give you this little bit. In the movie, they don't say anything about disease that I remember.
No.
And they don't talk about suicide. They do talk about substance abuse and alcohol.
But I will say, though, if almost all of his family died by TB, it would be miraculous if he didn't contract TB himself. Because you have to contract TB, it's not like a quick interaction you could get TB. You have to be there for them. And if his mom had it, his wife had it, yeah, I'm just going to throw it out there. It's very rare.
But they've never done an autopsy to find out, though, that I'm aware of. So hence why they're saying it's unknown. Poe's work influenced the development of literature throughout the world and even impacted such specialized fields as cosmology and cryptography. Okay, don't do that. What does that say?
Big Nose Kate never got it from Doc Holliday.
Okay, true.
That's true.
Since his death, he and his writings have appeared throughout popular culture in such fields as art, photography, literary illusions, music, motion pictures, and television. Several of his homes are dedicated museums. How many homes did he have?
He probably had like 3 or 4.
In addition, the Mystery of Writers of America presents an annual Edgar Award for distinguished work in the mystery genre. That's pretty cool. So there's a little plaque. I'm waiting for it to come up. There it is. So this is pretty much this is a plaque that they did. Edgar Allan Poe Memorial Committee, January 19, 1989 is the year at the bottom. Born on Carver Street, January 19, 1809, to David and Elizabeth Poe, actors at the Boston Theater. In 1827, published his first book, The Tamerlane and Other Poems, at a shop on the corner of Washington and State Streets, and enlisted in the U.S. Army at Fort Independence, Boston Harbor. Lectured in Boston, October 16, 1845. Oh, wait. I don't think that says lectured. Nope, it does. Okay, I'm just blind. Published Lander's Cottage, His last tale in Boston's Flag of Our Union, June 9th, 1849. Died at Baltimore, October 7th, 1849. And that's what, and here's the little plaque that was put on the outside of the building. Not sure what the building is, but that's the plaque that they placed out there. Okay, so this is the approximate location of Poe's birth on Carver Street. That kid needs to stop. I think we're going to be doing majority of the podcast at our place, so we don't have to hear that. Because we're going to be in the living room at hers when this goes, and we're probably still going to hear it. Who knows? They have a balcony. Might as well do it out on the damn balcony. So we can hear neighbors screaming, fighting, and dogs doing God knows what. Okay.
I don't know if you caught it, but he just screamed.
Jeez. That child. Love him.
We're trying to be serious here, and he's over here.
Yeah, screaming like a freaking pterodactyl. It's dying. So Edgar Poe was born in Boston, Massachusetts on January 19, 1809, the second child of American actor David Poe Jr. and English-born actress Elizabeth Arnold Hopkins Poe. Bored already?
No, I'm tired.
Let me see. Probably. Oh, no, we would know if he's dying. It would not be a scream. It would be words and maybe other words. Yeah.
It would be weird words strung together that don't make sense together.
And then cuss words. Yeah.
And then throwing cuss words in between there. Then we would know he's dead.
Yeah. He had an elder brother, Henry, and a younger sister, Rosalie. Their grandfather, David Poe, had emigrated from County Cavan, Ireland, around 1750. So he's got a little bit of Irish. They asked Thomas what happens when I'm about to die. Oh, okay, we will. His father abandoned the family in 1810. His mother died a year later from pulmonary tuberculosis. Poe was taken in to the home of John Allan, a successful merchant in Richmond, Virginia. Not Richard. God.
Who's tired now?
I've been tired for the past 4 days, including today. That's 4 days, yeah. Richmond, Virginia, who dealt in a variety of goods, including cloth, wheat. You know what? My brain almost wanted to say sweat or sweet.
Is it bad that I read it as sweat too?
I was reading this and I was about to say sweet, like sweet, but no, it's not.
I saw that and I went, oh, it said sweat, and I was no.
Cloth, wheat, tombstones, tobacco, and slaves. His father was in that type of thing. The Allens served as a foster family and gave him the name Edgar Allan Poe, although they never formally adopted him. The Allan family had Poe baptized into the Episcopal, same thing, church in 1812.
Different kind. There's so many different churches. Like it's like if you call a Protestant a Catholic. Most of the time, the Protestant's going to get super mad that you just call. If you want to get under someone's skin, call somebody who's a Christian a Catholic, and watch how they'll react. If you really want to get under somebody's skin,
makes me want to do it now.
Do it. It's fun.
John Allan alternately spoiled and aggressively disciplined his foster son. The family sailed to the United Kingdom in 1815. Poe attended the grammar school in Irvine, Ayrshire. What?
He goes, it's so fun to do that.
Ayrshire, Scotland, where Allan had been born, before rejoining the family in London in 1816. There he studied at a boarding school in Chelsea until summer of 1817. He was entered, I should say, at the Reverend John Bransby Manners House School. Can y'all just shorten it? That's so much to say, and it's a lot of breath. In Stoke Newington.
It's English. It's England English, not American English.
I don't care. Shorten it. That's how I know. Then a suburb 4 miles, 6 kilometers to be precise, north of London. They're kind of like, let's just put in the exact mileage. Poe moved with the Allens back to Richmond, Virginia in 1820. In 1824, he served as a lieutenant of the Richmond Youth Honor Guard as the city celebrated the visit of the Marquis de Lafayette. That's a lot. What'd she write? Or tell people that stress. What? Hold on.
Or tell people that stress Merry Christmas after you've said Happy Holidays with Blessed be Mary met
And
Mary part.
Oh, they boil.
What I do is, oh gosh, what is the holiday? I feel like a bad. No, not. I'll say Happy Winter Solstice.
Ooh.
If they are like Merry Christmas, I'll be like Happy Winter
Winter
Solstice.
Just start doing that. Oh my lord.
Oh, and they get so mad. I'm like, you know what? It's fine.
Don't get
Or Happy Yule.
Yule, yep. Yuletide. Tide Yule.
Yuletide.
Yuletide. In March 1825.
Merry Kwanzaa.
Merry Kwanzaa, there you go.
Just throw it at them, and then if they get mad, you don't make other religions?
You're being racist. Allen's uncle and business
Racist
benefactor.
is against other races.
You're being holiday racist. There we go. Can we say that? Blessed what? Blessed Chanukah.
You can't be.
You're holiday racist. Yes, you can. I said so. We're gonna be holiday racist.
I trying to think of what you would call it. You're against religious diversity.
You are. I like holiday racist better.
Holiday racist. What do you said now?
You're a holiday racist.
You're a holiday racist.
In March 1825, my God, Allen's uncle and business benefactor William Galt died, who was said to be one of the wealthiest men in Richmond, leaving Allen several acres of real estate. The inheritance was estimated at $750,000. Why she's making that noise is equivalent to $21 million in 2024. Yeah, it is. By summer of 1825, Allen celebrated his expansive wealth by purchasing a 2-story brick house called
Moldavia.
Poe may have become engaged. They don't know for sure, but they think.
Because she died so early on.
He may have become engaged to Sarah Elmira. There it is. I caught it. Royster. Okay, we're going to leave that name alone. Before he registered at the University of Virginia, because I had some thoughts with that last name. In February 1826, to study ancient and modern languages, the university was in its infancy, established on the ideals of its founder, Thomas Jefferson. It had strict rules against gambling, horses, guns, tobacco, and alcohol, but these rules were mostly ignored. Jefferson enacted a system of student self-government, allowing students to choose their own studies. What did she say? Make their own arrangements for boarding and report all wrongdoing to the facility. Now that I could take a breath, oh my God, almost died laughing. It's wow. Holiday racist. I like holiday racist.
You're being a holiday racist.
You anti-holiday. You against other religions. You're a holiday racist. That's what you are. The unique system was rather chaotic, and there was a high dropout rate. During his time there, Poe lost touch with...
I agree, holiday.
I like holidays.
But if you really want to get under the skin, call him holiday racist.
Yep. You holiday racist. Call Justin holiday racist.
He's gonna look at us
he doesn't like Christmas. He likes Christmas, but he just doesn't like the fact that his birthday's near it.
Yeah, so I
We've
give him
had that
Grinch
discussion.
stuff. I give him Grinch stuff every single Christmas now.
Yeah.
We go Grinch out.
Yeah, we definitely wrap it in Grinch wrapping paper too.
Yeah.
So
we need to start wrapping everyone's Christmas present in different wrapping paper so we know what's what.
Oh, yeah, we do. And Tatar, that doesn't mean you eat it.
Exactly. Where is the cat?
Probably hiding somewhere. So Poe lost touch with Royster.
The 23rd.
And also
His is the
became
16th.
estranged. Yeah. Estranged from his foster father over gambling debts. He claimed that Allan had not given him sufficient money to register for classes, purchase text, or
the
procure
24th.
and furnish a dormitory. Allan did send additional money and clothes, but Poe's debts increased. Poe gave up on the university after a year, but did not feel welcome to return to Richmond, especially when he learned that his sweetheart, Royster, had married another man. You scandalous woman. Alexander Shelton. Instead, he traveled to Boston in April of 1827, sustaining himself with odd jobs as a clerk and a newspaper contributor. Poe started using the pseudonym Henry L. Rennet during this
Henry
period.
Le Rennet.
Whatever. Rennet. We're just going to keep it that
Rennet.
way. Rennet.
Rennet.
It's French. I'm English. Rennet.
Le Rennet. The French don't pronounce the T.
Well, that's because they're special. I like the French, by the way. Their language is pretty cool. You just don't know if they're talking crap about you.
You Frenchist.
You Frenchist. All right. Military time. He was at Fort Independence in Boston. He's in Boston.
Boston.
He's going to be in Boston.
Boston.
As Poe was unable to support himself, he decided to enlist in the United States Army as a private on May 27, 1827, using the name Edgar A. Perry again. Although he claimed that he was 22 years old, he was actually 18, so I was way off by the age. I said 17. I was off by a year. He first served at the Fort Independence in Boston Harbor for $5 a month. That same year, his first book was published, a 40-page collection of poetry titled Tamerlane. Tamerlane. Sounds like I'm trying to do a B in there. Tamerlane. Tamerlane. Damn stupid idiot. And other poems. Oh my God. My eyes. Yeah, I just can't read right now. Attributed only to whatever.
You need more sleep.
I do, apparently. For, 50 copies were printed, and the book provide virtually no attention. What?
They paid no attention to his book?
Yeah, no attention was paid. Poe's first regiment of artillery.
You're apparently being a wordist.
I'm sorry.
If we're being correct, she's being a letterist at this point.
Yeah, I'm a letterist because my letters was posted to Fort. Was that one? Moultrie.
Fort Moultrie in
Charleston, South Carolina, before embarking on Brig Waltham on November 8, 1827. Poe was promoted to.
He was in D&D.
What?
He was promoted to an artificer, and my first reaction was he was in D&D.
Oh wow! And enlisted tradesmen. My God, tasked with preparing shells for artillery. Having words issues today. His monthly pay doubled.
So he got paid $10 a month.
Poe served for 2 years, attaining the rank. This is why I don't do these, because my words are just not great right now.
How do you think I feel?
Touche, because I laugh at her for doing it. So touche. Okay. Poe served for 2 years, attaining the rank of sergeant major for artillery. I'm gonna have a hard time with this word now. Thanks a lot. Artillery. Ah, there it is. Artillery. Because you're saying artillery.
Artillery.
It's artillery. The highest rank. We should do a freaking cast on just us trying to say things and we can't say it. The highest rank that a non-commissioned officer could achieve. He then sought to end his 5-year enlistment early. Poe revealed his real name and his actual circumstances to his commanding officer, Lieutenant Howard, who promised to allow Poe to be honorably discharged if he reconciled with Allan. Don't see that happening. Poe then wrote a letter to Allan, who was unsympathetic and spent several months ignoring Poe's plea. Told you. Called it. Allan may not have written to Poe to inform him of his foster mother's illness. Frances Allan died on February 28, 1829. Poe visited the day after her burial. Perhaps softened by his wife's death, Allan agreed to support Poe's desire to receive an appointment to the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York. Poe was finally discharged on April 15th, Tax Day, 1829, after securing a replacement to finish his enlistment. Before entering West Point, he moved to Baltimore, where he stayed with his widowed aunt, Maria Clem, and her daughter, Virginia Clem, Poe's first cousin. His brother, Henry, and his invalid grandmother.
Invalid.
It's invalid.
Invalid.
That's not what that says in my brain.
I know it says invalid, but given the context, it's invalid.
You're making the noises as we're saying things. Stop it.
It's invalid. It's not invalid.
Oh, okay. Now I know something new.
Yeah, you have to look at
I'll
the context.
forget later.
Because invalid means they can't walk.
Oh, okay. So why can't they just say impaired? Impaired grandmother.
They want to be fancy.
Well, I'm going to change it to impaired.
Yeah, see, they're spelled the same but mean different. It's like how read and read are two different things, but they're spelled the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
You can tell I'm school literate. Thanks a lot, school. It made me smarter today.
Are you?
She's not drunk.
Is there liquor?
No, that was a Dr. Pepper, thank you. And I've been drinking orange juice. What?
Impaired is drunk.
You know what? The woman can't walk. How's that? Leave me alone. Or we're going to be done. Okay? I'm tired. I'm sick. Okay? Give me some empathy here, some compassion. I'm sick. My brain ain't working right. You better stop it. Because there were two bosses that were sick. They got me sick. Yep, that's right. I'm calling you out. I know you're going to watch this later. Faker. Not fake. Fake. Okay, his grandmother, Elizabeth Poe. Stop yelling when I say things. So many things I can say. Go ahead, because I can't read it anyways. And that one in there squeaking like a squeak toy. That September, Poe received... Oh, her name was Elizabeth Poe, by the way. Okay. That September, Poe received the very first words of encouragement I ever remember to have heard in a review of his poetry by influential critic John Neal, which promoted Poe to dedicate... Prompted. I'm about to pass this off to her. I can't read no more. I'm done reading. Willow butt. You're getting full on freaking willow butt. Yes, that cup was empty. I'm gonna fart in a minute. Y'all ain't gonna like it. Okay. Prompted Poe to dedicate one of the poems to Neal in his second book. I'm not reading all that. Which was published in Baltimore in 1829. Poe traveled to West Point. What is that one? Before I even attempt to say it. Matriculated as a cadet. As a cadet on July 1st, 1830. In October of 1830, Allan married his second wife, Louisa Patterson. This marriage and the bitter quarrels with Poe over children born to Allan out of extramarital affairs led to the foster father finally disowning Poe, cutting all ties. That's horrible. Poe then decided to leave West Point by intentionally getting court-martialed. On February 8, 1831, he was tried for gross neglect of duty and disobedience of orders for refusing to attend formations, classes, and church. Knowing he would be found guilty, Poe pled not guilty to the charges in order to induce dismissal. But Poe left for New York in February 18th. Why do I need to drink? What? You tell me why I need to drink. I have water in my thing right here. Watch her. Put it right there. Okay. Where would go? They left for New York February 1831, then released a third volume of poems, simply titled Poems. Oh, Grandma, look. Hydrate. It'll get you better faster. Dude, I have been sleeping on and off for the past 3 days.
It's true, she has.
That's all I've been doing is laying around, and I can't afford to miss another day of work. So yeah, or I would, but I can't afford it. And then I'll never hear the end of it. Where'd it go? The book was financed with help from his fellow cadets at West Point, some of who donated as much as 75 cents to the cause. It's the drink. Yeah, I've been drinking orange juice, orange juice, Sprite, water, eating soups, and resting. This is the most energetic I have felt in the past 3 days.
Yes.
Because she would come home and I'm just laying down. Willow butt. Oh, there's been multiple willow butt occasions. The total raise was approximately $170 to help him release his third volume. They may have been expecting verses similar to what?
His satirical ones.
Okay. I was like, am I reading? I can't read, obviously, so I'm making sure I'm reading it correctly. Mango juice. Oh, I love mango juice, but it does not love my stomach. I would not be in the fitting room very often throughout the day if I drank mango juice. He had one that was written about commanding officers in the past. Sorry. The book was printed by, what are these names?
Ellen Bliss of New York.
Okay, see, there you go. Labeled as second edition, and included a page saying, to the U.S. Corps of Cadets, this volume is respectfully dedicated. Oh, nice. Okay, we don't need to look at that yet. Stop trying to do that. Where did I leave off? Right there. It once again reprinted the somewhat lengthy poems Tamerlane, and I don't know what the hell that is.
Al-Araf.
Al-Araf. Mm-hmm. Al-Araf. She's off. While also including 6 previously unpublished poems, conspicuous, among which are To Helen and The City in the Sea. Poe returned to Baltimore and to his aunt, brother, and cousin in March of 1831. His elder brother, Henry, had been seriously sick for some time, in part due to complications resulting from alcoholism. He died on August 1st, 1831.
How much you want to bet it was cirrhosis of the liver?
Could have been. Closing my tabs. Publishing career. All right. Oh, you want to see what his cousin looked like? This is his 13-year-old cousin. Here's his cousin, Virginia. That's her. Okay. Who is this person? Samuel Stillman Osgood is another person. Wait. An 1845 portrait of Poe. Oh, this guy who painted it. How can that be Poe? This dude is like painting him like this. But they're saying 1845, that's another portrait of Poe.
Let me see it.
Ah! Yeah. Portrait of Poe. It looks
needs
nothing,
to fatten the cheeks a little and might look like him.
It looks nothing like Poe.
Fatten the cheeks, it looks a little like him.
And his hair needs to be messed up more. The cottage in Fordham section of the Bronx, where Poe spent his last years. So apparently this was Poe's house. So it might still be there, might not, who knows.
I think
but they say it's a museum now for the houses that he lived in. What are you saying? Before the alcohol. Yeah. True. After his brother's death, Poe Ernest
Ernest.
I said it right the first time. Attempts to make a living as a writer were mostly unsuccessful. However, he eventually managed to earn a living by his pen alone, becoming one of the first American authors to do so. His efforts were intentionally hampered by the lack of international copyright law. American publishers often chose to sell unauthorized copies of works by British authors rather than pay for new work written by Americans, regardless of merit. Dude, so you all freaks stole his shit. What I'm hearing.
No,
They were stealing people's works.
They were stealing British people's works because there was no international copyright law in the United States. So what they would do is be like, "Oh, I can find this poem written by this one dude, and I don't got to pay him for publishing it. Cool, I'm gonna publish it rather than publish Americans
That's messed up, man.
because I don't have to pay him."
That's wrong.
Tis capitalism.
That's just messed up. They initially and no, why? Okay.
The initially anemic reception.
How would you say anemic? When I hear anemic, that's like blood problems.
Anemic is.
Is there multiple meanings for that
yes.
too? Well, fuck you and your stupid meanings for multiple words. Okay. I'm in that mood. Just shut up.
Let me just verify because
reception of Edgar Allan Poe's work may have also been influenced by the Panic of 1837. There was a booming growth in American periodicals around this time, fueled almost messed that word up, fueled in part by new technology, but many did not last beyond a few issues. Publishers often refused to pay their writers or paid them much later than they promised. And Poe repeatedly resorted to humiliating pleas for money and other assistance. After his attempts at poetry, Poe turned his attention to prose, perhaps based on John Neal's critiques in The Yankee magazine. He placed a few stories with a Philadelphia publication and began work on his only drama, The Politan.
Polidian.
The Baltimore
Wait.
Saturday, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it said politician, but there's no C in it.
See, that's what I thought too. That's why I was like, I'm going to sound this out and just make sure. Willow, we're over here. We're on the TV and we're over here. The Baltimore Saturday Visitor awarded him a prize in October 1833 for his often overlooked short story. I want to record his laugh so we can use it. If you all were to hear his laugh, okay, just going to keep going. The tale brought him to the attention of John P. Kennedy, a Baltimorean of considerable means, who helped Poe place some of his other stories and introduced him to Thomas W. White, editor of the Southern Literary Messenger in Richmond. Okay, I'm going to take a break because I have to go potty. Sorry. Do you want to read? You can. Okay. Or you can wait. You're going to continue reading. I get potty.
So in 1835, Poe became assistant director of the Southern Literary Messenger. But White discharged him within a few weeks, allegedly for being drunk on the job. Damn, Poe. Poe then returned to Baltimore, where he obtained a license to marry his cousin Virginia on September 22nd, 1835. Though it is unknown if they were actually married at that time. He was 26 and she was 13. Poe, that's a little weird. Even for back then, that's a little weird. As a little side look, that's a little questionable. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I got distracted by a light that's being created from the thing. In the same year, Poe's only novel, The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket, was published and widely reviewed. She has rubbed off on me. I am reading words wrong. In the summer of 1839, he became assistant editor of Burton's Gentleman's Magazine. He published numerous articles, stories, and reviews, enhancing the reputation he had established at the Messenger as one of America's foremost literary critics. Also, in 1839, the collection of the tales of the grotesque and arabesque was published in 2 volumes. Though Poe received little ruminarity. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Um, Rumination from it. I'm assuming money from it. And the volumes received generally mixed reviews. Wouldn't be surprising because they were like, oh my gosh, why is this so dark and morbid? Um, in June 1840, Poe published a prospectus announcing his intentions to start his own journal called The Stylus, though he originally intended to call it The Pen with 2 N's, since it would have been based in Philadelphia. He bought advertising spaces for the prospects in June 6, 1840, issue of Philadelphia Saturday Evening Post. Prospectus of the Penn Magazine, a monthly literary journal to be edited and published in the city of Philadelphia by Edgar A. Poe. However, Poe died before the journal could be produced. Poe left Burton's about after a year and found a position as a writer and co-editor at Graham's Magazine, which was a successful monthly publication. In the last number of Graham's for 1841, Poe was among the co-signatories to an editorial note of celebration concerning the tremendous success the magazine had achieved in the past year. Perhaps the editors of no magazine, either in America or in Europe, ever sat down at close of a year to contemplate the progress of their work with more satisfaction than we do now. Our success has been unexampled, almost incredible. We may assert without fear of contradiction that no periodical have ever witnessed the same increase during so short a period. Around this time, Poe attempted to secure a position at the administration of John Tyler, claiming he was a member of the Whig Party. He hoped to be appointed to the United States Custom House in Philadelphia with the help of President Tyler's son, Robert, an acquaintance of Poe's friend Frederick Thomas. However, Poe failed to appear for a meeting with Thomas to discuss the appointment in mid September 1842, claiming to have been sick, though Thomas believed he had been drunk. Poe was promised an appointment, but all positions were eventually filled by others. In one evening in January of 1842, Virginia showed the first signs of consumption or tuberculosis. While singing and playing the piano, which Poe described as the breaking of a blood vessel in her throat. She only partially recovered, and Poe is alleged to have begun to drink heavily due to the stress he suffered as a result of her illness. He then left Graham's and attempted to find a new position for the time again, angling for a government post. He finally decided to return to New York, where he worked briefly at the Evening Mirror before becoming editor of the Broadway Journal. Later, its owner, there Poe alienated himself from other writers by, among other things, publicly accusing Henry Wadsworth Longfellow of plagiarism, though
Wadsworth.
Longfellow never responded. On January 29, 1845, Poe's poem The Raven appeared in the Evening Mirror and quickly became a popular sensation. It made Poe a household name almost instantly, though at the time he was only received $9, an equivalent of 304, for its publication. It was concurrently published in the American Review, a Whig journal, under the pseudonym Quarles.
I guess somebody stole that from him.
No, he
Excuse.
published it.
Mm. All right. Oh, we're in the Bronx.
Yes,
The Bronx.
the Bronx.
The Bronx. Okay. The Broadway Journal failed in 1846, and Poe then moved to a cottage in Fordham, New York, in the Bronx. That home, now known as the Edgar Allan Poe Cottage, was late, relocated in later years. Good God, to park near the southeast corner of the Grand Concourse. Concourse, whatever, and Kingsbridge Road. Nearby, Poe befriended the Jesuits.
What?
That's what it is. I know
Jesuits.
that's also French. They say
No,
it in my
that's
show,
that's
but it's two.
Jesuits at St. John's College. That's Jesuits.
Jesuit. Why did they come up? See, this is why I don't like reading. I think I let my
The
brain.
only reason I know that word is because I was raised Catholic.
Not only that, I think I let my brain go when I just went to the bathroom. Sorry, my brain came out. At St. John's College, now Fordham University. Virginia died at the cottage on January 30th, 1847. Biographers and critics often suggest that Poe's frequent theme of the death of a beautiful woman stems from the repeated loss of women throughout his life, including his wife. Poe was increasingly unstable after his wife's death. He attempted to court the poet Sarah Helen Whitman, who lived in Providence, Rhode Island. Their engagement failed, reportedly because of Poe's drinking and erratic behavior. There is also strong evidence that Whitman's mother intervened and did much to derail the relationship. Way to go, Mom. Poe then returned to Richmond and resumed a relationship with his childhood sweetheart, Sarah. Really don't need that. Royster. I'm just going to say Royster. Elmira.
Royster.
Never seen it spelt that way. Elmira.
Royster.
Never mind. Let's see. So this is his. This is in Maryland. So this is what they have in Maryland for him. And did you know? I think it was him that people would used to take alcohol and put it on by his tombstone for something. I forgot what it was, but it's a thing that people were doing. On October 3rd, 1849, Poe was found semi-conscious in Baltimore, in great distress and in need of immediate assistance, according to Joseph W. Walker, who found him. He was taken to Washington Medical College, where he died on Sunday, October 7th, 1849, at 5 in the morning. Now, if you watch the movie, they don't take him anywhere. They find him where he's at.
Yeah.
So they don't even move him or take him anywhere. They just find him. Poe was non-coherent long enough to explain how he came to be in his dire condition and why he was wearing clothes that were not his own. He said to have repeatedly called out the name Reynolds on the night before his death, though it is unclear whom he was referring. His attending physician said that Poe's final words were, "Lord help my poor soul." All of the relevant medical records have been lost, including Poe's death certificate. Y'all couldn't, keep better track of that crap and put it in his house.
They probably burned in a fire, if we're going to be honest.
Newspaper at the time reported Poe's death as a congestion of the brain or cerebral inflammation, common euphemisms for death from disreputable causes such as alcoholism. Well, just freaking say alcoholism.
They can't, because alcoholism technically doesn't cause death. It just causes things that cause death.
The actual cause of death remains a mystery. Speculation has included delirium, tremens, heart disease, epilepsy, syphilis, meningeal inflammation.
Syphilis would make sense.
Carbon monoxide poisoning, rabies. One theory dating from 1872 suggests that Poe's death resulted from cooping, a form of electoral fraud. Am I saying that right? Electoral fraud, in which citizens were forced to vote for a particular candidate, sometimes leading to violence and even murder. Okay. Griswold's memoir. So this person was apparently supposed to be someone that he knew or whatever. Immediately after Poe's death, his literary rival, Rufus Wilmot Griswold, wrote a slanted, high-profile obituary under a pseudonym filled with falsehoods that cast Poe as a lunatic, and which described him as a person who walked the streets in madness or melancholy, with lips moving in indistinct curses, or with eyes upturned in passionate prayers, never for himself, or he felt or professed to feel that he was already damned.
So he spilled a bunch of lies.
Pretty much. The long obituary appeared in the New York Tribune, signed Ludwig, on the day Poe was buried in Baltimore. It was further published throughout the country. The obituary began, Edgar Allan Poe is dead. Well, that's nice. You couldn't be nicer.
Lean into
He
it.
died. Yeah, you kind of got to go into it. Do you know he did? He died in Baltimore the day before yesterday. This announcement will startle many, but few will be grieved by it. Ludwig was soon identified as Griswold, an editor, critic, and anthologist who has borne a grudge against Poe since 1842. Griswold somehow became Poe's literary executor and attempted to destroy his enemy's reputation after his death. So he didn't do it while he was alive. He decided to
do it when he couldn't defend himself.
Yep.
Like a coward.
Yep. Griswold wrote a biographical article of Poe called Memoir of the Author, which he included in an 1850 volume of the collected works. There he depicted Poe as a depraved, drunken, drug-addled madman, including some of Poe's letters as evidence. Many of his claims were either outright lies or obvious distortions. For example, there is little to no evidence that Edgar Allan Poe was a drug addict. Griswold's book was denounced by those who knew Poe well, including John Neal, who published an article defending Poe and attacking Griswold as the what?
Rhodmanithus.
Who is not to be
built,
okay, of his feet, and thimbleful of newspaper notoriety. Griswold's book nevertheless became a popularly accepted biographical source. This was in part because it was the only full biography available and was widely reprinted, and in part because readers thrilled at the thought of reading works by an evil man, and they have that in quotes. Letters that Griswold presented as proof were later revealed as forgeries. That's what you get for trying to be an ass. So genres. So he obviously had different genres, like we were kind of talking a little bit ago. Poe's best-known fiction works have become labeled as Gothic horror and adhere to genres general to appeal to the public's taste for the terrifying and psychologically intimidating. His most recurrent themes seem to deal with death, the physical signs indicating death, and the nature of decomposition. The popular concerns of Poe's day about premature burial, the reanimated of the dead, are all at length explored by his more notable works. Many of his writings are generally considered to be part of the dark romanticism genre, which is said to be a literary reaction to what? Transcendentalism? What?
Transcendentalism.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which Poe strongly criticized. He referred to followers of that movement, including Emerson, as frog podians, pondians, after the pond on Boston Common, and ridiculed their writings as metaphor run mad, lapsing into obscurity for obscurity's sake, or mysticism for mysticism's sake. Lord. However, Poe once wrote in a letter to Thomas Holly Shivers that he did not dislike transcendentalists, only the pretenders and the sophists.
Do you know what transcendentalism is?
No.
It's a belief. It's a spiritualist. It's a belief He was
Okay.
very much, he would go to like spiritualists and
That's
go
it.
to their seances and things like that. He was very much against them.
You go down there. Beyond the horror stories he was most famous for, Poe also wrote a number of parodies, humor tales, and hoaxes. He was a master of sarcasm. For comic effect, he often used irony and ludicrous extravagance in the deliberate attempt to liberate the reader from cultural and literary conformity. Mhm. Okay, I have no idea. Matt Zingerstein is the first story that Poe is known to have published in his first foray into horror, but it was originally intended as a burlesque type
Okay.
story, popular genre in Poe's time. Poe was also one of the forerunners of American science fiction, responding to his writings such as emerging literary trends as exportations into the possibilities of hot air balloons, as featured in such works as The Balloon Hoax. A lot of his work coincided with themes that readers of his day found appealing. Thought he often professed the taste of the majority of the people who read for pleasure in his time. In his critical works, Poe investigated and wrote about many of the pseudosciences that were then popular with the majority of his fellow Americans. They included, but were not limited to, the fields of astrology, cosmology, and phrenology, and physio, whatever.
Physogen, physogen, physiognomy. Okay, what is that? Oh, face reading.
Okay.
Oh, back in the day, to determine if someone is a criminal, they would look at your face, and if your facial structure looked a certain way, they would predetermine if you were a criminal or not.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah, even if they weren't.
Hi.
Oh,
How are you doing? You tired? Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
she's like, I can't go to sleep when you guys are talking.
Like that stops you any other time. It's okay. So, literary theory. Poe's writings often reflect the literary theories he introduced in his prolific critical works and expounded on in such essays as The Poetic Principle. He disliked something, an imitation masquerading as influence, believing originality to be the highest mark of genius. So he didn't like people imitating and writing things to imitate. In Poe's conception of the artist's life, the attainment of the that's where I was at. Okay. That which is unique is alone of value. Works with obvious meanings, he wrote, cease to be art. He believed that any work worthy of being praised should have at it as it oh my god, I cannot read. He believed that any work worthy of being praised should have as its focus a single specific effect, that which does not tend towards the effect of extraneous. In his view, every serious writer must carefully calculate each sentiment and idea in his or her work to ensure that it strengthens the theme of the piece. I'm going to take that to knowledge. Poe describes the method he employed while composing his most famous poem, The Raven, in an essay entitled The Philosophy of Composition. However, many of Poe's critics have questioned whether the method
Enunciated.
in the essay was formulated before the poem was written or afterward, or as a T.S. Eliot is quoted as saying, "It is difficult for us to read that essay without reflecting that if Poe plotted out his poem with such calculation, he might have taken a little more pain, little, taken a little more pains over it. The result hardly does credit to the method." Biographer Joseph Wood Crutch described the essay as a rather highly ingenious,
Ingenious.
whatever, exercise in the art of rationalization.
So basically, they were saying the poem is trash,
Better not say it's
and
trash.
that
It's a good poem.
no, they were saying it's trash, and that his reasoning, reason how he talked about getting the poem was stupid because the essay he wrote on how to make it was better than the actual poem.
Oh, so here's an illustration for the raven that somebody had done. Yeah, so somebody had done a French person had done this. And that's a thing for the poem. And then here's Poe again.
See, fatten up his cheeks. That did kind of look like him.
Yep. During his lifetime, Poe was mostly recognized as a literary critic. The vast majority of Edgar Allan Poe's writings are non-fictional. Contemporary critic James Russell Lowell called him the most discriminating, philosophical, and fearless critic upon imaginative works who has written in America. Pretty good compliment. Suggesting radically that he occasionally used purist acid instead of ink. Poe's often reviews earned him the reputation of being a tomahawk man. One target of Poe's criticism
Yeah, I
was
figured it was because of the drinking.
Was Boston's acclaimed poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, who was defended by his friends, literary and otherwise, in what was later called the Longfellow War. Poe accused Longfellow of the hearsay of the. What is that? That's the second time I've seen that stupid word. No idea how to say that word.
Did it?
Yeah.
That is a weird word. I've never seen that word. I don't know who wrote this. Whoever wrote this is like gotta be major English. Uses because the anemic that word.
Yeah.
That's old English. That's not new modern English.
When I hear anemic, I'm like, oh, and somebody has a blood disability.
That's what the word is. But when I looked up the anemic reception, that is an old saying.
Oh wow. Well, they're saying that the writing poetry that was preachy, derivative, and thematically plagiarized. Poe correctly predicted that Longfellow's reputation and style of poetry would decline, concluding, "We grant him high qualities, but deny him the future." Poe became known as the creator of a type of fiction that was difficult to categorize and nearly impossible to I can say the word. Give me a second.
Imitate.
Thank you. My brain just shut off right when I got
to It's okay. My brain.
He was one of the first American authors of the 19th century to become more popular in Europe than in the United States. Poe was particularly esteemed in France, in part due to early translations of his work by Charles Baudelaire. Baudelaire's translations became definitive renditions of Poe's work in continental Europe. Poe's early mystery tales features a detective. See August Dupin. I like the last name, Dupin. Though not numerous, laid the groundwork for similar characters that would eventually become famous throughout the world. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle said each of Poe's detective stories is a root from which a whole literature has developed. Where was the detective story until Poe breathed the breath of life into it? The Mystery Writers of America have named their awards for excellence in the mystery genre the Edgars. Poe's work also influenced writers that would eventually come to be called science fiction, notably the works of Jules Verne, who wrote a sequel to Poe's novel, The Narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket, called An Arctic Mystery, also known as the Sphinx of the Ice Fields. And as the author H.G. Wells, I know that author too, noted, Pym tells what a very intelligent mind could imagine about the South Polar region a century ago. In 2013, The Guardian cited Pym as one of the greatest novels ever written in the English language and noted its influence on later authors such as Doyle, Henry James, B. Tavern, and David Morrell. Horror, why is it hard to say? Horror author historian H.P. Lovecraft, heard of that one too, was heavily influenced by Poe's horror tales, dictating an entirely section of his long essay, Supernatural Horror in Literature, to his influence on the genre. I think I might have one of H.P. Lovecraft books in there, maybe. Wait, where'd she come from? Okay. Lovecraft made
Didacticism.
What happened?
Oh, didacticism. Okay.
Lovecraft's earlier stories. Oh, wait, hold on. I lost my spot. Lovecraft described Poe as a god of fiction. Lovecraft's earlier stories are clearly influenced by Poe. At the Mountains of Madness directly quotes him. Lovecraft made extensive use of Poe's concept of the unity of effect in his fiction. Alfred Hitchcock once said, "It's because I liked Edgar Allan Poe's stories so much that I began to make suspense films."
Damn.
Right? Many references to Poe's works are present in Vladimir Nabokov's, can't even say his last name correctly, novels. The Japanese author Taro, oh, you stop.
Taro Hirai. Hiri. I think, I don't know.
Trying to say it doesn't derived his pen name. He doesn't make this word any easier.
Edogawa Ranpo.
From an altered
phonetic rendering of Poe's name.
Thank you. God. Poe's works have spawned many imitators. In 1863, a medium named Lizzie Doughton, who I keep trying to go to for some reason, published Poems of the Inner Life, which compiled several poems she claimed were written by the channeled spirits of dead authors. She claimed 6 were by Poe, though Poe scholar Christopher P. Sumner dismisses them as merely what?
Pastiches, basically
Fakes?
knockoffs, yeah.
Oh. Poe has also received criticism. This is partly because of the negative reception of his personal character and influence upon his reputation. William Butler Yeats was occasionally critical of Poe and once called him vulgar.
Transcendentalist.
Thank you. Ralph Waldo Emerson reacted to The Raven by saying, "I see nothing in it." And some of these words people use.
Decisively.
Just keep saying that over.
I don't
know. We might as well refer to Poe as the Jingle Man. Huxley wrote that Poe's writing falls into vulgarity by being too poetical, the equivalent of wearing a diamond ring on every finger.
Oh, it's too much of a poem.
Oh.
Therefore, it is too much.
Oh, shut up. It is believed that only 12 copies have survived of Poe's first book, Tamerlane and Other Poems. In December 2009, 1 copy sold at Christie's Auctioneers in New York City. Ready for this? 662, that's going to be million. 600, I'm going to just say 663 million, if I'm correct on that. A record price paid for a work of American literature. Physics and cosmology. Eureka, a prose poem. An essay written in 1848 included a cosmological theory that presaged the Big Bang Theory by 80 years, as well as the first plausible solution to Olbers' paradox. Poe eschewed the scientific method in Eureka and instead wrote from pure intuition. For this reason, he considered it a work of art, not science, but insisted that it was still true and considered it to be his career masterpiece. Even so, Eureka is full of scientific errors. In, in particular, Poe's suggestions ignore the Newtonian principles,
Newtonian.
Newtonian, thank you, principles regarding the density and rotation of planets. I don't think I want to go over this part of it. Let's see. I don't think I ever went over where he worked at, did we? We did not, but that's okay. Oh, wow. He even had a postage stamp. On October 7th, 1949, the U.S. Post Office issued a commemorative stamp honoring Edgar Allan Poe on the 100th anniversary of his death. I want to post a stamp of Edgar Allan Poe. Dude, we're have to look and see if they have them. I'm going to buy some and not use them. Look at that.
Those are probably collectibles. They're gone. Or they're worth thousands of dollars.
That would suck if they were. What is this one? The Edgar Allan Poe National Historic Site in Philadelphia, one of several preserved former residences of Poe. Here's another one. Does it have a plaque on it though? Oh, it does on the door. Here's another one. That's one of the places. So he had the house, this place. That's a museum. Preserved landmarks, homes, and museums. Character of Poe. The historical Edgar Allan Poe has appeared as a fictionalized character, often in order to represent the mad genius or tormented artist, and in order to exploit his personal struggles. Many such depictions also blend in with characters from his stories, suggesting that Poe and his characters share identities. Often fictional depictions of Poe uses mystery-solving skills in such novels as The Poe Shadow by Matthew Pearl. No childhood home of Poe is still standing, including the Allen's family uh, Moldavia, Moldavia estate. The oldest standing home in Richmond, the Old Stone House, is in use as Edgar Allan Poe Museum, though Poe never lived there. The collection includes many items that Poe used during his time with the Allen family and also features several rare first printings of Poe's work. 13 West Range is the dorm room that Poe is believed to have used while studying at the University of Virginia in 1826. It is preserved and available for visits. Yay! So I definitely want to go to the places of where he was at to just like walk through just to see it all. It is preserved and available for visits. Its upkeep is overseen by a group of students and staff known as the Raven Society. So that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Wonder if they give tours. Like if the Raven Society gives tours. The earliest surviving home in which Poe lived is at 203 North Amity Street in Baltimore, which is preserved as the Edgar Allan Poe House and Museum. Poe is believed to have lived in the home at the age of 23 when he first lived with Maria Clem in Virginia, and possibly his grandmother, and possibly his brother, William Henry Leonard Poe. Between 1834 and 1844, Poe lived in at least 4 different Philadelphia residences, including Indian Queen Hotel at 15 South 4th Street, at a residence at 16th and Locust Streets at 2502 Fairmount Street, and then the Spring Gardens section of the city at 532 North 7th Street, a residence that has been preserved by the National Park Service as the Edgar Allan Poe National Historic Site. Poe's final home in Bronx, New York City, is preserved as the Edgar Allan Poe Cottage. I got a lot of places to go just to look. Wow. In Boston, a commemorative plaque on Boylston Street is several blocks away from the actual location of Poe's birth. The house, which was his birthplace at 62 Carver Street, no longer exists. Also, the street has since been renamed Charles Street South. A square at the intersection of Broadway, Fiat, and Carver Streets had once been named in his honor, but it disappeared when the streets were rearranged. In 2009, the intersection of Charles and Boylston Streets, 2 blocks north of his birthplace was designated as Edgar Allan Poe Square. In March 2014, fundraising was completed for construction of a permanent memorial sculpture known as Poe returning to Boston at this location. The winning design by Stephanie Rockneck depicts a life-size Poe striding against the wind, accompanied by a flying raven. His suitcase lid has fallen open, leaving a paper trail of literary works embedded in the sidewalk behind him. The public unveiling on October 5th, 2014, was attended by former U.S. poet Robert Pinsky. Other Poe landmarks include a building on the Upper West Side where Poe temporarily lived when he first moved to New York City. A plaque suggests that Poe wrote The Raven there. On Civilians Island in Charleston County, South Carolina, the setting of Poe's tale The Gold Bug, and where Poe served in the Army in 1827, Fort Moultrie, there is a restaurant called Poe's Tavern. Ooh, gotta go to Poe's Tavern. Mm-hmm. In the Fell Point section of Baltimore, a bar still stands where legend says that Poe was last seen drinking before his death. Known as the Horse You Come In On, local lore insists that a ghost, whom they call Edgar, haunts the rooms above. Oh, here it is, that thing I was telling you about. Mm-hmm. Between 1949 and 2009, a bottle of cognac and 3 roses were left at Poe's original grave marker every January 19th by an unknown visitor affectionately referred to as the Poe Toaster. Sam Porpora was a historian at the Westminster Church in Baltimore, where Poe was buried. He claimed on August 15, 2007, that he started the tradition in 1949. Porpora said that the tradition began in order to raise money and enhance the profile of the church. His story has not been confirmed, and some details which he gave to the press are factually inaccurate. The Poe Toaster's last appearance was on January 19th, 2009, the day of Poe's bicentennial. Wow. I knew there was something on it. I just couldn't remember what it was at. And of course they have all his late, his other works that he's done and everything like that, but that's pretty much it.
That's Edgar.
For Mr. Poe. What to me, who I think is a genius on writing. It may have seemed to other people that he was a mad and he was a lunatic, but when you're being portrayed that way, what do they usually say? Might as well play the part, I guess.
Might as well just do what everyone says I'm going to do.
But in The Raven, that's the one where he hears where he hears the heartbeat.
No, that's the heartbeat one. I forgot what it's called.
Wouldn't be the Pit and the Pendulum, would it?
No. I'll know it when I see it.
There's the Black Cat, the Gold Bug, Telltale Heart.
That's it.
That's the one.
Telltale Heart.
Telltale Heart. So she read the
Annabelle Lee.
Thank you. I freaking forgot what you read. That's great. My brain's doing so well today. Since she read that one, I'm going to send us out with
The Raven.
My favorite poem, The Raven. Mind you, if I can find it, if I can't find it, because I always forget to post the link for it, you can find it on YouTube and watch the trailer. What are you doing over there? Did you kick? Seems like she kicked the couch. You can go through YouTube and you can find The Raven, and it has John Cusack in it. They play it every year for Halloween.
Mm.
I don't know what channel that they play it on, but I do know that they do it. It's a good movie. I liked it, and then I would recommend watching it if you want to know a little bit more. Not really totally in depth, but okay. Hold on, I gotta get comfy. Get comfy, read my poems. All right, so I'm gonna leave us off with The Raven and end it with that right there. The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I ponder weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, when I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as some as of some one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember it was in bleak December, as each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books decrease of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors, never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This is it, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, that I scarce what was sure I heard you. I heard it opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more." Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token. And the only word that spoken was the whispered word, and I'm going to read it like that. It's like, might as well. Then I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely this is something at my window latest. Let me see, then, what threat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and this mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least obeisance made he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but when men of lore or lady perched above my chamber door, perched above upon a bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the God bless America of the countenance is war. Though my thy crest be shorn and shaven, though, I said, art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering from the nightly shore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. This is a long poem, I forgot. Much I marvelled this ungainly fowl to hear discourse of so plainly, though its answers little meaning, little relevance bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door. Bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. But the raven sitting lonely on the placid bust spoke only that one word, as if his soul in the one word he did outpour. Nothing farther than he muttered, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before, on the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before. Then the bird said, Nevermore. I need a little raven that says that. Startled by at the stillness broken by the reply of aptly spoken. Doubtless, said I, what it utters it is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed faster, till his songs one burden bore, till the dregs of his hope that melancholy burden bore, of never, nevermore. But the raven still beguiled my sad fancy into smiling. Straight I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bird, and bust and door. Then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and anonymous bird of yore meant in croaking, Nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing. To the fowl whose fiery eyes now burned into my blossom's core, sorry. This and more I sat divining, with my head at easing reclining on the cushion's velvet lining, that the lamp light glowed o'er, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamp light gloating o'er shall she press? Ah, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tuft floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, and a pleth from the memories of Lenore. Almost done. Quaff, quaff, this kind Nenephthe, and forget this lost Lenore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if this bird or devil, whether tempter sent, or whether tempest tossed, thee here ashore, desolate ye all, undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by horror haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden if, within the distant Aidenn, it shall clasp a sainted maiden, whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. Be the word our sign of parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked, upstarting. Get thee back into the tempest and the night's Plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take that beat from out my heart, and take thy form from my door. Quoth the raven, Nevermore. I would have shot the bird by now. You're like, fucking bird. And the raven, never flitting, still sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming. And the lamplight or am streaming throws a shadow on the floor, and my soul from out the shadow that lies floating on the floor shall be lifted nevermore. That poor man. I think this is the one of the many poems that made him lose his. If he was literally going insane and drinking, that was one that would make somebody just be like, just answer my freaking question. You know, is it her that I'm hearing gently tapping at my chamber door, and the dang bird ain't saying shit? You're like, damn bird,
Because the bird
you're
can't
done.
talk.
Apparently, it can if it says nevermore. Or was he hallucinating him saying
Probably
nevermore
hallucinating, saying nevermore.
because he was drunk? But that's just one of my favorite poems by him. You had Annabelle Lee, I have, and there's probably more, that I have not gone through or read. I've heard of The Pit and the Pendulum and The Telltale Heart and
My
The Black
favorite
Cat.
is the cast of I forgot how you pronounce it, but basically he's got beef with this guy.
Yeah.
Like they're best friends, but they got this
Mm.
beef between them. And then eventually he's like, "Hey, you want to see my wine cellar?" And the guy's like,
Excuse.
"You know what? I do want to see your wine cellar." So then they go to the catacombs.
Yeah.
And they're going down the catacombs, and he leads him, and he goes, "Here, look at my wine cellar." And he gets the guy really drunk in the wine cellar. And the dude is drinking and drinking and drinking, and he doesn't realize that his friend, the one who brought him there, is slowly just walling him up inside it. And at the very end, his friend's like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Killing ya." Sticks the last brick in and then walks away, and his friend dies.
Oh, wow. There's another one. I just found this one that we should do for Valentine's Day, and it's called The Valentine, or A Valentine, for Poe. It's literally after The Raven. What is it, 72, it says right there. But yeah. So that is Mr. Poe and all my messed up words through this whole entire thing.
It's okay. I have a feeling when I do the Smurl family haunting, because we don't have an episode this up. The next episode we do is a Q&A, if I'm not
Ravens were
mistaken.
thought to be messengers from the beyond. Yep.
Yeah, so
I learned
after
that.
so next episode is going to be a Q&A. And then we have the alleged Smurl family haunting, because they've never once confirmed it and there's a lot of questions. It is also an Ed and Lorraine Warren
Oh,
case.
that's right. Okay. I'm like counting how many episodes. Good Lord. We have 25 subscribers and we've done almost 30 episodes
Nice.
since we've been doing this. And we started this one earlier this year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was early this year. I think it was, you know what?
It's like we've done a crap ton of episodes.
We have. Okay, so we did, let me go back to April.
Because I think we did it right when you got back, wasn't it? Did we start it then?
Did we start it then?
I don't think so.
Silk Road, April.
No, we started it in.
No, I think we did it in February. We started it in February. You know how oh no, we started in March, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh yeah, we did St. Patty's.
The week before, so we started it in March.
Wow, and we already have over 30 episodes in that time.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And it's because we do it religiously. It is our thing. We may forget to do it, but then like we remember it's Monday and it's time to do it.
Yeah. So we may be going right now until November 2nd, and time changes again. We're probably going to go around 3:30, 4 o'clock, just because where my family lives at, they're 2 hours ahead, so that way they can attempt to. And the next time, and yes, I'm going to do a yearly thing of Poe, just in honor of him. Again, my favorite poet, and it'll be better. I won't be sick when I do it. I can't guarantee that, knock on wood, but.
And then so we have so we'll have Q&A. So guys, get your questions ready.
Yep. For next Monday, we got the Q&A.
And then we'll do the alleged Smurl family haunting, Ed and Lorraine Warren case 2. Okay. And it is based off the new Conjuring movie is based off alleged Smurl family haunting. Okay. Did not know that when I scheduled it. Then we have vampires, and I think I'm going to go more of a historical route with the vampires, more where the different cultures, because every single culture has a form of vampire, so I'm going to talk about. Okay. With fake teeth. And then we're gonna go with Joe Mentry, which he was a serial killer. And let's just say for
Aren't
the
you a
month of
writer?
November, sharing is caring was his mentality. Um,
Yeah.
just keep that in mind. And then we're gonna do Nan Peterson
Mhm.
and the death of Frank.
And then what? Do a history. Oh no, that's okay. Keep going. Sorry.
And then we're gonna do the
Jumping ahead.
Society gang killing, which I did in honor of her. And also, it takes place on Thanksgiving Day. So I was like, you know what? We'll start the Thanksgiving. It's
Yeah.
kind of
I'm
important
gonna do rap
on
on that
that
door.
door. And then we're gonna do on the 24th, so the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, the Monday before Thanksgiving, we're gonna do the history of Thanksgiving. She's gonna give the light and fluffy version. Oh, nice, so pretty. I'm gonna give the
Kill.
God honest. I'm gonna do the probably the more history accurate and historically accurate. I'm gonna pull up like Maury going, the lie detest determined that was a lie.
Yeah, pretty much. So I wanted to do this because I feel it's important. It's a
Yeah.
part of history. It's a
Mhm.
part of how Thanksgiving became to be.
Mhm.
You know, things like that. And maybe because since I learned now about FedEx and the banners, I might try to get us a banner for the month of November. So I want to do banners. Yes, I might do one for November and December, but we'll have to do the one for
All year round.
all year round, where we can keep it up, where it's all year round. It's always up until we get like to September and those
And
months,
we'll do
and then we'll
Halloween.
do different ones. But I would like to do one for Thanksgiving and for November. That
Yeah.
way, we have one up, and we're not sitting here with a blank wall behind us.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have the Black Sisters,
Can you
which
see that?
yeah,
Okay.
the Black Sisters really weird, all of them, but they were helped contribute to the murder of O.C.
Hi,
Sneed.
baby.
So we're gonna discuss that in December. Then we're gonna discuss Velma, who interesting case. Then we're gonna do, it's gonna be close to Christmas time. We're gonna cool it with the killings, the murders, the serial killers. We're gonna take a little break and we're gonna talk about Nutty Putty Cave. Wild. And then we're gonna talk about Krampus, and that's the week before the week of Christmas. We're gonna discuss Krampus, and it's also gonna be a Q&A.
Krampus.
Yeah, she's super excited about Krampus.
Yes, I am. And don't watch the movie. It's so stupid. I will give you that wording right now. I watched it. I'm like,
Krampus is actually supposedly super terrifying. In European nations, Krampus is supposedly super terrifying. Kids
right,
are genuinely
right.
terrified of him.
But when you watch the movie, so stupid.
Yeah. And then we're going to start off the 29th, the year of January. We're going to start off with the Yorkshire Ripper, which is going to be a really, because I was looking at all the podcasts for the Yorkshire Ripper.
Yeah.
They're all like two-parters.
Oh, wow.
So it is going to be a little bit of a long episode, but that's fine. Because when England calls somebody a ripper, they're gonna
That
be
means it's not
bad.
going to be
I
good.
mean, we had the Blackout Ripper, and she still doesn't like that case.
No, I don't like him at all.
That case does not sit well with her.
That's the only one so far. It's the only one. No. I take that back. There's two. I want to visit England, but I am not touching your soap or your pastries.
The soap maker of Correggio. Really? You don't feel that way about the toy box killer?
No, he didn't really. Yeah.
You didn't like his little torture trailer?
I didn't like the torture trailer, but he didn't creep me out as bad as those two.
Yeah. Also,
I mean, yes, he creeped me out. He did. He creeped me out for the torture trailer that he had and everything, and what he was doing. Theirs, on the other hand, the bitch used blood
and fat.
and fat. Blech.
Yeah.
No, I don't give me your soap. You can keep your soap. I'm going to remember when I go there
And
to
the tea
ever visit.
cakes. Don't forget tea
They're
cakes.
like, oh, we got tea cakes. No thanks, I'm good. Bangers and mash. I'll do that. No tea cakes. And it's
But
that's just going to be something that ain't going to happen if we ever visit there.
you have the Blackout Ripper, which doesn't sit well. You have Jack the Ripper, and you have the Yorkshire Ripper. So when they
I'm
refer,
excited about the Jack the Ripper story.
Yeah, when we do Jack the Ripper, I'm gonna go into historical depth about it, because it is important to understand that he was not just killing in like densely populated areas. It is important to know what these densely populated areas were, because it makes the killings even more chilling.
So I have a book And I always get on my books, Krampus movie is so sugar coated and not just right.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's why I'm saying it's stupid. Don't waste your time because you're gonna either be laughing at it or you're gonna shut it off halfway through. It's so dumb and so it's just stupid. I'm just gonna. That's another T-shirt. It's just so stupid. But there's books that I actually have. It's by the same author, and I love the cover. I'll have to dig them out. So I'll like on our Q&A, I'll bring them out. But there's one about Jack the Ripper. There's one about Houdini, and there's like a third one
Yeah.
that I was like, what?
Yeah, and then after we do the Yorkshire Ripper, we're going to do the Peter Manuel Beast of Birkinshaw, which is a Scottish serial killer. And I know this one loves Scotland. And we're
Scotland. Never been, but I want to go.
We're keeping it in European nation until we get to Peter Bryan.
Yeah.
He wasn't necessarily a serial killer, but it was kind of like the case ended in 2004. So it's kind of like one of those cases that you're like, England, you need to get a little bit of your shit together.
Right.
And then we're gonna do the shoe fetish killer.
Oh yeah.
You know who that serial killer is? Then we're gonna do.
We would wear our feet T-shirts.
Yeah.
Or no shoes.
The lipstick killer. You're really gonna say no? No, he is. I was listening to one of the podcasts about the lipstick killer.
Oh, okay.
Right, I was listening to one of the podcasts while I was working a pallet. And when I tell you, I was cutting open a box and I heard something on that and I stopped cutting open the box. And if you've ever interacted with me face to face, you'll know sometimes I'll just start staring off into a distance and completely just not be there. I will physically be there.
Even in the fitting room, she's done that.
I'll be talking to you, but mentally, eye-wise, I'm not, like, you can tell I'm not there. I'll be able to hold a conversation.
Sorry.
Hold a conversation with you, but I won't be there. I was sitting there and I opened that box and I went. I just started staring off into space because it was so awful. And this is somebody who I've done research on numerous cases. You have the lipstick killer, the glamour girl slayer, the career girls killer. We're gonna do the Valentine's Day massacre, acid bath killer. We'll have a Q&A. Happy face killer, the strange murder of Cindy James, the Black Dahlia. Yes, we're gonna do Ed Gein, and that's gonna kick off April. And then I think what I might do is I might do a thing on like Santa Muerte. I might do a thing on a folk saints.
Yeah.
For an episode, because that will push it down that we will have Jack the Ripper run into May, and then May will be the episodes for Tucson, and we'll figure out June.
Yeah, because we're gonna we might pre-record those we don't know yet.
I'm gonna be honest, we're probably gonna pre-record like 2 or 3.
Because in that way, because we're going to be busy trying to pack, get rid of things.
Or if we're driving there and we don't have a necessarily good setup, we don't want to be like sitting in the middle of a dark.
That would not be fun.
Dark apartment that's not furnished. There's boxes everywhere. Kind of give us time to set up.
Yeah, so there might be where we have our little.
Me and Justin are going to have an easier time setting up because we.
I'm going through my stuff. Okay, leave me alone. Thank you very much. I was proud of myself. We had a bulk pickup and I got rid of things. Thank you very much. And they came and got it all. What was it, like 5 things? 2 cat trees, a shoe rack, a pool, and a plastic container.
No, I was thinking mostly about this couch. I'm like looking at the couch like, this is going to be a pain in the butt to move.
Yes, it is.
That's why I want like a $300 couch from Amazon. Like, I don't want an expensive couch.
Yes, it's an expensive couch. Why? Because Mama likes it. Because why? I'm proud of myself that I bought something for myself that I've never been able to do. Even in the previous relationship, I've never been able to buy myself a piece of furniture that I like. Like Justin's all like, give us half your couch. I'm like, okay, you're getting that half. Because I want this half for the dog lays. I'm like, bullshit, mine. My spot. So we pretty much pinned down what apartment we want, apartment complex we want to be at. So we already pinned that down. It's 3 minutes from Walmart.
And so all we have to do is find out what Walmart store number that is. So then we can.
Well, we'll just go look that up when we go in March, and then John and I could just go to that store, buy something, and look at the top of it.
Or you know what you could
Or just go
you
talk
could
to
even
HR.
like talk to HR and be like, hey, me, my son,
His girlfriend and my boyfriend. We're all
we're
moving here.
we're moving here in May. Do you want us to start the transition paperwork?
Like, when should we put it in?
Because if I'm gonna be honest, Justin is gonna want to move as fast as possible.
Oh god, yeah. And then not only that, I have to look at what if they only have room for one of us in apparel, and then the other
Yeah.
person has to go somewhere. I have no issue going anywhere else. I don't think they'll give me the hours that I have. And if they don't have the 5 to 2, I'll be like, okay, can I do a 9 to 6 to match John? And then that way I can just ride back and forth to work with him, which I don't mind doing that either.
Worst comes to worst, hopefully my health isn't that bad and I just do 5 to 2s.
Yeah.
And if I have to, I cut down to part time and I don't get as many hours, and that's fine.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. We have to look at that. But I mean, those are things that we're going to, when I got to get with my family and talk to them of when the kiddos have
Break and all that
spring
other
break,
stuff.
so we can go at that time and whatnot and hang out with everybody. But I mean, this is a fun episode, kind of. I couldn't pronounce and read half the
Holiday
crap I was reading.
racist.
Yeah, you holiday racist.
We're gonna. That's you know what? That's our T-shirts. We're gonna have something during the Christmas seasons
You
saying "Holiday Racist."
Not and all jingle bells and shit on it.
Yeah, we're gonna have like no, you can't do Christmas stuff because that just proves the point. You gotta have like
You have to have
Yuletide.
all of them.
Yeah, you gotta have like all the different holiday things. You gotta have like Kwanzaa,
Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, Yule,
All
winter,
that.
like all of it on there, and then like a small little Christmas tree.
Yeah. We had a baby Christmas tree.
And just be
above
like,
the eye in racist.
yeah,
Holiday.
yeah, have the eye be
The Christmas tree.
and
And then put our A&M history on the back and where they can find us. Boy, we probably get trolls then.
oh yeah. Can you imagine how mad? Why do you have a shirt that says holiday racist?
It's like, watch our podcast and you'll figure it out. Watch the Edgar Allan Poe one.
Watch
episode
watch
29.
the Edgar Allan Poe one.
Dude, this is what I like about going live because it's raw and you can't do shit about it.
Yeah, you can't
do
edit
anything,
it.
which I don't like. I really don't like the editing part of it because I feel it takes out a lot of what's true.
Yeah.
Like if you pre-record
actual
it, you can fix
humanness.
it. Yeah. Even when if we record it, I don't edit anything. Like I need to get when we do get a better setup.
Mm-hmm.
That will be nice because then we can have a setup like 2 chairs or something and like our little stands with our mics on it.
And just be
Instead
like,
of
sup, y'all.
what up, bitches? And just show our new setup and things like that. But that will come in time.
Mm-hmm.
We've gotten this far, almost 30 episodes, 25 subscribers.
I can't wait.
Keep pushing us out there so that way we can get more. It took me a while to get up to 100, over 100. It took me at least a year or so just to get that. So I mean, somebody will catch wind of it. I mean, even at our news store, maybe we can put out little cards on the table.
Yeah.
A&M history, or
we'll meet new people and
they'll get interested in what we do and what we talk about and stuff.
I'll finally tell my family and show my family.
The back of the T-shirt should have the podcast and then
a QR code.
Yep, that's what I want to do. I want to figure out how to do that because I would like to do a QR code. So if people are like, "Well, what is a QR code?" and then we're walking or something and they scan it and then we'll get on our phone and we have like 100.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the goal. If we can get 50, we'll celebrate 50. When we get up to 75, we'll celebrate 75. But when we get up to 100,
big old celebration.
That'll be a big old celebration, like a balloon that says 100 or something like that.
Balloons. I will bake a whole ass 2-tier cake
that says 100.
Exactly.
Bake it into the 100 number.
Yeah, I'll make a 100 cake.
But that
also,
would be
you
fun.
know what I'm thinking about making?
Oh God, what?
Concha cupcakes.
What?
Concha cupcakes.
Oh, the little pastry cupcakes.
Yeah, except usually it's like a loaf, except you make a regular cupcake, but then you make instead of frosting, you put the concha stuff on top.
Hold on. Oops, she shot that one out. Hairball. You good, mamas? Don't do it on the rug, please. Get off the rug.
Mhm.
That was a hairball for Marie.
Don't do it again.
She did it again, didn't she?
I'm sorry. I hate the sound they make when they're about to throw up.
You okay, mamas? Well, you got it out. That's a big old freaking hairball, man. Oh, nasty. I fucking stuck my finger in it. Damn it. Sorry. I'm going to get a wipe on the floor.
I can clean. I can clean dog throw up just fine. I can clean cat throw up just fine. I can clean up dog poop and cat poop. I cannot clean up a hairball. It freaks me out.
She rarely does hairballs, though. Like, it's usually Willow, it's cat food because she overeats. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I speak your name out loud? She's all staring at me. Like, how dare you speak my name in that presence? Hers is mostly hairball. Are you good, mama? I'm glad you got that out. You good? Come here. I'm about to trip over the freaking cord. You good? Okay. You're fine. Flying somewhere? Got your ear up, ready to go. All right, kids.
Ooh, pumpkin conchas. I saw somebody make regular conchas, except they had put the fall leaves in the sugar cover, and they had made it pumpkin.
I want a pumpkin concha. Whatever it is. I'm white.
You said you never had, you didn't eat the conchas I made. You didn't have a concha.
No.
I brought them all to work because I needed to get rid of them because I made too many. Because
And
when you make
I
food,
think it's because everybody freaking ate them and I didn't get one.
yeah,
Freaking hogs.
makes sense. No, it was either I'm gonna make regular conchas.
Is there a reason
or-
we can't throw this in the garbage?
No, there is no reason. Pure laziness.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, I do feel better. You hear me? You hear me crunching it? I'm always afraid to eat ice because you're going to hear her, crunch. Hi. What do you want? Want your bunny? Your bunny, you want this one? Here's that one. That over there. Okay. All right, peeps. So we gave you a rundown. So hopefully we can also have, maybe we can make like a little poster board of what's going to be coming up next.
Yeah, so
And
people
hang it
can
up.
like mentally prepare. And I can write, if I am writing far enough in advance, I can write potential trigger warnings in the episodes.
Yeah.
And then we'll just mark out everything that's been completed.
And then once I get it, because I told John I want to get a better laptop. That would probably help me. Excuse me. I can put CapCut on it, on a laptop, and
Because it's not
have a
going
bigger-
away, and TikTok's not going away.
yeah, and that
They're
way
the
I
company
can
bottom.
turn around and go back in and redo the video. You know, like and dress it up and whatnot. Because right now it's just.
Oh, you're filling them with pumpkin? You know what I saw, and I cannot stop thinking of that, is Pan de Muerto, except they filled it with chocolate.
You know what we didn't get? I thought we were going to go get it today. Was the ghost.
The Lonely Ghost chai. I was thinking we were
one.
going to go get it too. And then I forgot. I'm so excited.
It's a new drink at Dutch Bros.
It is a cherry chai.
It is a cherry chai. But I need to. We were supposed to go get it, but we ended up going and getting lunch.
Cochita, that sounds good. I'm trying to make as much as I can. Because I know as soon as it hits January, February, I need to start packing up my stuff. I need to start living out of boxes.
Hi. You okay? I gotta tell you, so what, Moo? There was one day that They always pick on Tataru because they'll flip her off to her face. It was
And
sad. It was sad because I did it to her and she batted my finger and then I did 2 of them at her. She started crying. I felt horrible. And I'm like, oh my God, no. Grandma does not think that of you, Mommy. Grandma does not hate you. I just want, and her reaction was literally in her one eye started tearing up. It's like, well, now I feel horrible. I'm not gonna do that no more.
The reason we flip her off is because she pisses us off. So I'll flip her off, but then I'll like immediately start loving on her. I'm like, I love you, but fuck you sometimes. And she has gotten to the point where when I flip her off, it's the point of a game now. So when I flip her off, she goes and attacks the hand. So now it's a game between me and Tataru of I flip her off, she attacks my hand.
Mm.
I double flip her off, she doesn't know which hand to attack.
Mm.
But she goes and tries to attack one of them. So we do that little game. And I guess with Michelle, she does not believe in that same game.
No. Grandma is the lovey-dovey one that gives her kisses and loves in the mornings before she takes off. Gives her ice to play with, and then Grandma does this. It's like, what?
Meanwhile, she sleeps at the foot of the bed, and then when I touch her slightly with my foot, she immediately jumps off the bed because she doesn't want to be touched.
Mm.
And then when I go to pet her, she goes and attacks my hand because she doesn't want to be touched.
In the past few days, she's been in the room with us. Like, she'll just get up there on the bed. And I think they're also mad because we haven't given them their wet food, which we have to get more stuff for their wet food.
Yeah. But no, she gets really mad at me. And the only time she ever wants love and affection from me is at night when I'm getting ready to go to bed, and she will demand it. She will shove her head underneath my arm. I mean, you think she's a small cat and she doesn't have a lot of strength. I don't know where she gets her neck strength from, but she got power in that neck of hers.
That one there, Willow, will do the same thing to me. If she wants attention, she will butt your head until your head and your hand.
Oh no, she just pushes it up. And then if you don't, she will lay on my side and she will just lay there and hit me in the face with her tail. With her poofy tail. So it is even more uncomfortable.
Thomas, you both work tomorrow? I think you do. I think you work Tuesdays. I'll be there tomorrow.
I will probably be there later in the morning.
Yeah, because I gotta find out. I know.
You can hear the ferociousness of Hermione.
Oh, what?
Fucking strugglers here.
Hey, we're doing a podcast, sir.
Well, then they heard it.
Yes, they did.
And boy, they better know how I am when I get home. If I don't have a cold beer and a meal in my belly, ooh, I'm a mean and vicious man. Mean and vicious.
But you're freaking out, Tataru.
Vicious and mean.
Well, I will see you tomorrow, Thomas. I don't think I'm contagious anymore.
Male, Abigail.
Damn.
See, that's how I am, Thomas the Tank.
Good face.
Angela says, hi, John, and see y'all tomorrow. Yes, ma'am. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I got to see if Justin and Abigail's bringing me to work or what's going on.
This better not be over. I just got here. And ooh, are you all in trouble?
We're done.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Don't know which one is the mean one. We're leaving because you got home. We're leaving because you got home. Laugh out loud.
Whoa.
that was Angela.
Angela Bassett, you better watch it.
Bring it, buddy.
Uh-oh.
That was Thomas.
Uh-oh.
Look at her, Tataru.
She's like, what the hell just happened? All right, guys. Angela says, love you, John. So I will see you guys tomorrow. I guess I'll probably be in the fitting rooms all day, which I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
I will be at home.
You're going to vacuum the rug because she said she would.
Yeah. I'm going to vacuum the rug. Pick up the poop in the back because Justin forgot to do it today.
Yep.
Do that. Clean that up. Go shopping.
And then I'll probably do the dishes when I get home tomorrow. I already put my laundry and stuff away. Oh, and your laundry. You gotta finish that too.
Ah, darn it. I'm tired. Why you just threw that and it fell back on the floor? That's not fair.
All right, guys. We love you, and we will see you next Monday. Make sure to have your Q&A questions. You'll be in at 5. So will I.
Everyone
Yeah,
say bye.
Delphine sucks.
Say goodbye to Marie.
Bye, Marie.
Bye, Marie. Bye, guys.
Bye. She's like, put me the frick down. Like, no, I want to let go. Let me go. I'm sorry. I'll stop. All right. Bye, guys. Have fun. Have a good evening. See you mañana. Bye. You can say bye.
Bye. I got fact.
And we're stopping right there.